start by being nice. Thank you, Chan Gailey, for giving me one less thing to think about in 2012. Because I'm out of the running for my fantasy football championship. This after you gave CJ Spiller 7 carries against St. Louis. Which is to say, thanks for nothing. Like, I'm not big in this fans have an entitlement to the players. Unless my fantasy football team is involved, then I deserve some stuff. I bet Gailey wonders why his team loses. That's funny, because I'm pretty sure why my team lost. Because Buffalo won't give Spiller the damn ball. 14 carries, 169, 15 carries, 123. And never at any point there did Chan Gailey say, maybe we need to give that guy the ball a little bit more. Now, if I can figure out that giving Spiller the ball increases the chances of winning, why can't his coach see this? It doesn't have to be a special occasion. We don't need special occasions. We're okay with all the time. It's fine. You can bring home flowers every day. Gailey said Spiller gets tired after long runs, so he takes him out. I'm sorry. I thought you were old school. He probably ran for 70 yards one time, and Gailey looked at him and was like, he's like, sorry, coach, just a little bit tired after the 70-yard run. And Gailey's like, wait, well, you know, he gets tired after those long 70-yard runs. But what about the 12-yard runs, coach? 12. What happened to the good old days when coaches ran running backs into the ground? That would have made more sense than going with Fred Jackson, who's already been run into the ground. I know I looked up and saw a game where Fred Jackson had 16 carries for like 53 yards. But you can't get a ball to CJ? And don't forget, this isn't the first time Gailey's been involved in this sort of foolishness. He coached Calvin Johnson in college, and he had trouble getting him the ball against college players. And yes, he was this big then too. All this time, we said, oh, Reggie Ball, why can't you get the ball to Calvin Johnson? Why can't you get the ball to Calvin Johnson? Well, guess what? Reggie Ball's somewhere working a job with a shirt that has a collar. Chan Gailey still out here can't get the ball to his best players. Maybe we owe Reggie an apology. Hey, Chan, don't you realize the Bills belong to all of us now? I mean, not really, but you'd only have to answer to Buffalo fans back in the day. Now that the NFL wants us to play all this fantasy football, all you coaches are accountable to all of us. Look, the only way this fantasy football thing can work, the only way it can be effective is if we all reasonably assume that coaches are going to do things that make sense. That's the only way that this works. Whole fantasy football thing fall apart when coaches out here doing things that don't even help themselves out. How am I supposed to pick a running back if I can't trust that the coach is going to do shit that makes sense? And we want to know why we're not in the playoffs. Guess what? So does your real boss. I went through the Jamal Charles debacle of 2010. Remember that? Todd Haley didn't want to give Jamal Charles the ball. Wonder why his ass got fired. I can't figure this out for the life of me. You got a dude that's good when he touches the ball, but you don't want to give him the ball. You out here messing it up for everybody. I'd fire you if I could. The people who can, imagine how they feel. I will say this, though. I don't understand the people who watch a game just because they got a fantasy player involved. I'm good to wake up in the morning and find out. Like, I don't need to. Seeing the points ain't never made them sweeter. Like, I ain't never had a moment where I looked at a player and was like, oh, fantasy victory. No, it's in the morning. I like to make sure all those stats clear. Make sure nobody made a tackle on the interception or something like that. You know what I mean? No, I don't need instant fantasy gratification. I like to wake up in the morning and see how it goes.